Hi everyone, you're watching Jana FX, and in this video I'm going to make technical analysis for the coming week. But first of all, let me introduce the sponsor of this video, simplefx.com, which offers Forex and cryptocurrency CFDs trading. You can see this site right now on my screen, and the links to simplefx.com you can find in the description under this video. Hey guys, and we are starting with euro dollar as usual. Okay, don't forget to check the news events for this coming week. Of course, the main events would be for euro, for dollar, pound, Australian dollar, and there's something will be for Japanese yen, and I didn't see anything major for Canadian dollar. Okay, so let's see what we have and what possibly expect next week. So this is 1 hour chart. You can see the week, and here's where we were, right? We were right around this area where, remember I told you again that on Monday I was expecting some movements because we had some news, and this is exactly what happened. We had the breakout of the level, and this could have been your trade. Okay, so I'm pointing out again at the beginning what trades, for example, you could have taken by using the levels. Okay, the levels I'm talking about every week. So here we are is the one trade possible. You see, like on Tuesday would have been nothing because it's not very nice creation of anything, but then you will have as Monday, Tuesday to Wednesday, we had this little channel, and that could have been another good trade. And for the rest of the week, you see, was absolutely nothing in here. So because it's between these two levels, it's pretty messy, but this what could have been your week. Okay, so this is how I had my trades. Okay, so what I'm expecting now for the coming week, you probably noticed these blue levels now. So where they come from, I'm trying to put the pair into the downtrend. Okay, because we do have as expectation, remember, double top, which we were talking about the previous week. So expecting double top, just in case it could have been triple top, but it worked out as a double top. Okay, so finally, remember all these levels what I was talking about. So now pair come into this area. So this is a 4 hour chart, so we can see a good picture of what's happening, and we are still in looking at head and shoulders. Okay, so this is our shoulder area. So market right now in this area, and I'm trying just to put this into some kind of downtrend channel, which is very hard at this moment. I just use this bottoms mostly, right, and these tops. So because usually you need at least one bottom, two tops, or two bottoms, one top, or two tops or one bottom. So it has to be at least 3 points, okay, to be able to draw a trend channel. So it's just roughly, but because that level could be changed, you see, because we did have double top, and this is always hard with double tops, is you don't know which top the market will take in account for the trend level. Okay, I mean, I just drew it like this, but for example, you see, it could be a little bit high, so you could have used that top, maybe just a little bit of this top. In that means that level could be moved a little bit high, as you can see, because it still will be touching. We have all these touching points. That's why it could be a little bit like this, a little bit low. I prefer to leave it like that more, just using the higher, the previous top of that. So it's just to have a picture what can happen. Okay, so how I'm going to use it. So next week, of course, I would be thinking that possibly this will work as a pattern, a double top and the shoulder. So I would probably think, okay, it should continue the way down. Okay, so it should continue at least to reach this level or to get to the next trend level, which is a bigger picture, is around here. And we're still looking in a big picture. We still have this big shoulder, remember, and we are looking at still creating this head. So in short term, I would think possibly it should continue the way down. Okay, so the first thing, a possibility of continue creating the on a smaller chart head and shoulders, continue that pattern, and then possibly with the bigger picture, you see it could continue and stay around this area. Maybe then it will turn around and still will try to continue and go right to. Remember, we had a gap here. Okay, so maybe it will still try to close it. So I'm still following the same idea. Okay, so how I'm going to walk around it at the same time, of course, as I'm saying, it can turn around. So what do I have? I have all this levels, and I'm going to walk around them just like I did previously. If there is any creation, so using one or another level. So between them, it's a little bit again wide, like we used it here. Remember when I had around this area, I told you that I need a little bit more. Again, it's the same situation now to place the orders from one level or place the order from another level. So that's why we need again to see how the market opens, what the news will be there, bear in mind, and how the market would prepare. So maybe it will create a little bit of the channel around this level, so it would be enough space, for example, to go down and place the order to sell, and at the same time to go up would be enough space. Okay, so maybe it will go closer to this level, maybe it will sit somewhere in the middle. So this all will make me give me a decision afterwards to place the orders from one or another level. So now how I'm going to use these channel levels is just in case, if, for example, I will go into, it will be in a trade for sale, then I can think that this level could be a stopping point. Okay, so it might not go all the way to the east area. I mean, even it does look like on the picture it could be a very good pattern continuation to this level and maybe even lower, but you never know, the market can turn around. So that's why any possibilities, if the market will go and, for example, it might be started to turn around here, no, this level. Okay, and the same, it will be trying to go back up. Again, it could be also stopped by this level. So, but when it will be trying to do something, of course, I will maybe move it and see, maybe it will get closer, and maybe, you know, when it will start to create something, like here, maybe channel, maybe it will try to go and will start to slow it down a little bit higher than this level, you see? So it doesn't have to be exactly underneath it. Maybe it will be a little bit higher, then I can move this and see to find, for example, for where to place the trades to buy, stop. Okay, so if I will have sell, stop, for example, here from that level down here, then I would need to have something to the buy stop. That's how I'm going to use these levels. You see, that's how I'm going to move them. So I'm giving you a very detailed example of what I'm planning to do this coming week. So that's how I'm going to work with. So after it will break and wherever it moves, so if it will ignore those levels for any somehow, of course, next will be again coming back to this level, okay, and if it will go back down, it's around this area. We still have enough space to get to the bottom one. So this is how I'm going to walk around. Of course, again, if it will go somewhere in here, will break maybe, maybe we'll give a little bit of consolidation in the middle. There's a quite good space between them, so it would be enough also area to go down, for example, to this level. So it would be possibilities to try to get into the trades in the middle. So here's my levels. You can see all of this. This is for the coming week. Of course, we can see the market moves quite a lot these days. So the channels could be wider when the usual 10 pips. So, okay, bear in mind that a little bit wider. So the stops will be wider. At this moment, I prefer to trade without placing the stops because I'm watching my trades. So, and at the same time, if it will be, for example, very big jump, and I still have this level, so I will be still using those ones. I'm not drawing them right now all the length, but if it will jump up right here, of course, I will be looking at these levels again. Okay, so it can reach them again, consolidate at any of these levels and continue the way up or turning around points. Okay, so now you know all the levels, and this is what my look on euro dollar. Okay, now we're going to pound dollar, and also very good movements this week. The new levels you can see again. Let me just remove them so I wouldn't see. They wouldn't interrupt the view. So this picture. Well, let's go on 1 hour chart quickly, so it will be better understanding. Again, you see the little bit of consolidation around this level, like I was telling you. Anything could have turned around, of course, and we expected again a continuation going down, okay, creating the double top. And here's the one trade, and this went down, it's dropped a little bit here, right around this area, which I was pointing out to, telling you that it could possibly be a neck where it might turn around again and maybe create another top or continue the way down, because we do have this area again. Okay, we have this level, important level from the previous trades, and that's why it could have been another trade. Okay, so this is what I did. I had another trade here, and when it's down, and this is the news I was telling you about. I was expecting some news for pound, and this is where another area at the level. You see, all the levels I've been giving you all these weeks, and this is exactly how I walk out with them. And you can see how it works. It's all working. So here was my trade, even though it's not very nice channel, right? But it was at important level, and I saw enough space to going back to this area, and of course enough space to go down here, or maybe stop somewhere in the middle. That's what happens. You went up, went down here on Friday. No trades for me, even though it had a good move down. But you see, there is nothing was there for me because they started to consolidate in the middle, very close to this area, which was very dangerous to place any trades because it wouldn't be enough for me to get out with the profit, and it would have been enough to go down, but I decided not to risk it, and I missed this. So, but it's all right. So what I'm going to do now, like you see, I'm bringing back the trend levels again. I'm trying to put the pair in the downtrend channel again. Okay, so just to see the picture. So we do have, you see, the double top pattern. So I'm expecting, okay, the first thing, continuation of going down, and possibly get to the trend channel, the previous one. Okay, so possible, maybe this is going to be turning around. Well, if you want to know what this level is, you see it's from a bigger picture. Okay, this is why it stopped. So of course, looking ahead, a possible, it may be a little bit of consolidation here. Okay, I was telling about it before, so maybe it will slow it down, maybe it will turn around, go up, went down, and it could possibly, okay, to stuck here for a while. So let's take this as one possibility. Okay, so it might not try to go back down. Okay, maybe it will not try to jump inside it yet. Maybe it will have a bit of consolidation. So it could be expectation, but the movements are quite big. Like this movement's like 100 and something pips. Okay, so of course inside, what I'm going to do. So that's what I'm trying to do. And right now, again, because there are two tops, I don't like when there are two tops because it's always hard to put the other level, the top level, into the position where it's going to treat either the one top or another top. So right now I'm going to place that just based on as many touches we have. Okay, so we do have more touching candles. That's why I'm going to place it roughly like this again, and the bottom I'm using this. You see these candles, which also, like I'm saying, it could be slightly higher, but just to bear in mind for the future trades. Right now it's right underneath the level. Okay, so which I'm going to wait now for any consolidation. Okay, that's very, very easy. If it will consolidate here, I do have enough space. Again, you see, I might not even need this channel, okay, because I do have one level from the previous, and I have another level, and I do have this area. Okay, so there is any consolidation around here, we'll be placing orders, expecting it to go either here or going down, possibly. Maybe, you see, at this point, maybe it will be stopped by this level. Okay, so it might be a little bit higher, might be a little lower, but with protection, I would know possibly where it should go. Okay, so protecting myself doesn't really matter. So it will be with trailing stop, it will get out anyway. So that's how I'm going to walk around it. And again, if it will jump back to this area, that's what I might need this level just to see if it will be consolidation. Okay, so where it will be underneath, maybe it will jump a little bit higher. That's why maybe I will change it. Maybe it will be like, you see, like maybe a little pennant again, something around here. But like I'm saying, it might not be used. So if it will do something wherever it wants, maybe it will have a nice straight channel, then we'll see. And any movements up, of course, I will be thinking it could possibly be stopped by this. Okay, if I will move it, or maybe again it will go higher and something like this by using pretty much the both tops. Okay, so that's what I need these levels for. So roughly, I'm trying to put the pair in the downtrend channel. Okay, so and like I'm saying, at this moment, using the first thing using is a narrow area. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at. These are the levels. So again, if it will go up, I would probably continue this one. Okay, a little bit further, and of course the top one we have is around this area. Okay, so we still have this area. So that's what I'm looking at this moment. But as I'm saying, expectation is possibly it will consolidate a little bit between this orange level and possibly that red level from the bigger picture. So it could be a little bit of the movements around this area looking ahead. Okay, but right now we are right here, and could be a lot of possibilities to get into here like it was this week. So quite good trades this week with pound dollar. Okay, now we're going to dollar yen. And I had no trades for dollar yen, but let's see what happened. Again, we have 1 hour chart, and I only have a new little level, which that orange one you see here. So we were right here, remember again, right? Consolidation, and it could possibly be a trade, but I decided not to go for it, and I decided just to wait what's going to happen with dollar yen. But look at that, it started to create a double bottom. Okay, remember I was telling you about the possibility when on a bigger picture we looked when it was here. Of course, the first expectation was, one of the first things was for the pair continue and give us the shoulder. Okay, that's what it looked like. Drop, shoulder, drop, head, and coming back, possibly shoulder. So but because it was not very nice consolidation around here, so I decided not to go for it, not to risk it. And look at that, what it's created. I mean, I missed good trades again, but I'm always looking for some better signals. At that point, it was not as good for me, compared like it was with pound dollar, right, and with euro. So you see here, it's created the double bottom pretty much, okay, and that's what I created this level, okay. I've been telling you about it. I didn't draw it last time, but we had it bear in mind, okay. So what to think and expect now? So is it possibly a double bottom? So it could possibly continue, return, right? Go back into our area finally and start to create a shoulder. So it's a good run, could be. Okay, but the first, of course, what I will be waiting here is for any consolidation around this area. And of course, at the same time, it can continue the way down and touch this area because we do have a bigger picture. Okay, from the bigger charts, we do have this level. So it could possibly go down. So then I will be waiting for consolidation here. But what else we're looking at? If you look at this really and the bigger picture, you can see this is a little bit of narrowing down. So I'm gonna show it to you, but I'm not gonna leave it because I don't really like it. So not very much because it's not very good. But just in case, okay. So why this way? Looking like a triangle or a pennant, right? We did have a drop. This is, I wouldn't consider that as like one of the tops. I would say this is the bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom. So if it, why I need this? Because look, I mean, it's a quite good distance. If I will go for trade, if it will consolidate here really nicely, and then when it go up, then maybe it will not go all the way to the target area, okay? Because we do expect here, if it will go maybe back to this area, but might be no, it may be stopped by this area, you see, because we do have this a little bit down trend, let's say a little bit of the tops, okay? This is high, lower, lower, lower. So maybe it will narrow down a little bit around here, okay? And it might not go break and go up, okay? So this is how it might going down. So that's why for a longer term, if for example you don't want to go into the bad trade and expecting all the way here, then I would consider that it could be stopped by this area, okay, by this level. So bear in mind this. I'm going to remove it for now because it's not as nice, but just to bear in mind that it could be. It all depends, like I'm saying, if it will give a nice channel around here, then you will bear in mind this level. Right now it's not, because it might jump on Monday if they open the market, Sunday, Monday, just continue all the way. Then of course I would wait for any good consolidation, not like here, it was a little bit rough, but something really nice and straight, and then or maybe it will be triangle again, like we had a little bit of triangle here, which was nicer than this big one. So you never know. So all of these levels again, you see, all of these levels are still working, and this is how I'm planning to work with dollar yen this coming week. So that's it. Okay, so now we're going to Australian dollar. So okay, let's go and do for our chart a bit bigger picture. And here okay, so we were right here, remember? And I was telling you, like, for example, to jump into sell, it would have been a little bit dangerous. And it did continue the way down, just again as expected. And it had a little bit of consolidation. Okay, so around this area again on Monday. So this is where the trade could have been taken, okay, so as a sell again. So, and it went up a little bit up and went continued the way down, and now it started to slow down around this area. So I do have this level here, because if you look at this picture, it does look like, again, a head, right, and this look like a little bit of the shoulder. And remember, I was trying to put the pair into the downtrend. That's what I was telling you again, like I'm trying with this channel. So I was trying to use I'm just trying to put it right now here, but let's see how I was trying to put it, and it didn't really work much. As I was again saying to you, it's very hard because we didn't have any much of the bottoms, and finally it ended up going a little bit down, a little bit narrow. Okay, so it was a little bit narrowish, and my levels don't want to work well. Okay, let's do it this way. So remember, I was trying to put it quite wide by using a one top and something around here. I was telling you, let's see if it will go like this. You see, it didn't. So it didn't start to have any correction. So I was trying to place it using this level. Okay, so again, it didn't work. That's what I'm saying. When you're trying to put it in, it's quite hard to say at the beginning, and so at the end I could have put it like right in a very narrow channel. Okay, when it gave me another kind of like a little bottom. So I had one top, this little bottom, so it's ended up very narrow. Okay, so like really narrow, which was not really much use for me. Okay, at that point, so I used just that breaking point, and that's it. So a little bit when it went down, so with expectation it might not go all the way straight away, like I was saying to you. Of course, a very big drop without any much of the correction is quite rare. We had small corrections, really little ones. So right now, after this pretty sharp drop, I would say. Of course, right now I would expect a bit of consolidation. Okay, so and expecting again some news. Will be American news, will be Australian news. So I'm expecting here a bit of correction, okay, around this area, consolidation possibly, or maybe even a correction. That's why I have this. So I'm thinking, okay, the first thing, it could possibly be ahead. Okay, so I would wait for possibility of come back to this area. So that's why I pretty much try to see if this time, but like I'm saying, I don't have a second, right? I only have one bottom and one top, which is very bad. I can't use that, but I'm trying to see the possibility. Again, you see the possibility, so maybe our downtrend channel is going to be looking like that. Okay, because this is very sharp. So now we do need a bit of a correction. Okay, a correction possibly will go back up, or the correction and somewhere and continue the way down. So the most important level I do have is this one, of course. Like I'm saying, this is just bear in mind. I'm trying to put it into the downtrend channel. So maybe, of course, it will just ignore and then just continue the drop very sharp. It's too sharp. It needs to be something. Okay, but that's what I'm saying. I don't know how far back it will go, how much of the correction it will go. That's why I'm trying to find out how far it will go. So, well, it doesn't matter at this moment. If it will give something really nice around this area, then of course I will be placing my orders both directions. Mostly, of course, expecting a little bit of the correction and possibly going to this area. At the same time, of course, it could just continue the way down. So we'll see. Or maybe it will prepare nicely before the news event. Of course, with the open the market, it can jump any direction. It could jump up, it could jump down. So anywhere in the middle, again, maybe it will go a little bit higher. Maybe it will give me something in the middle. Okay, maybe it will go a little bit down here, will give me something in the middle. So I will be looking at opportunities again to go and place the trades. And of course, next would be these levels at the bottom, and if it will jump up, the next level will be this. You can see, you still can see how it does treat these levels, right? You see, it was stopped by this level again. I've been using all of these levels from the previous weeks of trading, you see, in the last year. So these are all very important levels, and they're still in here in the view of the pair is treating them. So that's what I'm saying. With this one, again, this is just a possibility. I'm going to leave it, but maybe I shouldn't leave it, but let's just leave it for now. I mean, it's nothing really, like I'm saying. Maybe it will work, maybe it's not. I mean, I'm kind of trying to use this a little bit of the other top, you see, so a little bit trying to get in, but we'll see how it will go. So you see, maybe it will still continue lower, you see, like that. Maybe see, maybe it will drop more, or maybe it will go back into here. So, but right now I'm going to just leave it as this, but just bear in mind that they are not as important at this point. Okay, so it's just roughly to trying to put the pair in the trend. So this is Australian dollar for me for next week. Okay, dollar Canadian. That one is the disappointment for me this week. I am in the trade right now, and it's a losing trade. Okay, so I'm floating. Just like I said, I'm trying not to trade with the stops. And this is the, if I had very good profitable trades with the other pairs, this one is not as wonderful. Just like I was saying, in winter, that's what I don't like to do, is trading these pairs, because especially the news events. I mean, you see previously how it was bad, and again, I got into this very bad trade. I will tell you in a minute what happened. So look at that. So we were right here. Okay, on Monday it gave a bit of consolidation. I decided again not to go into this trade, even though it's not fantastic for me. Okay, so had better on the other pairs again. Okay, repeating myself. So the market went up and was sitting in here, and I decided I'll just wait because I was expecting the news. Okay, the news on Friday for Canadian dollar. Okay, so and this is what I had. You see, it's 1 hour chart. If you go on the 30-minute chart and then when you go on the 15-minute chart, I had extremely good area. You see the very good consolidation, important level, and this is why I placed the orders. Okay, I placed the orders. I used this level a little bit lower. Okay, and I had channel level. The top level was around here, so my trade was supposed to get in, but you can see this spike wing, let's say. I got even higher. You see, out there. I don't know. It's probably been a huge slipperage, very wide spread. So I got buy right here. Okay, so you see, in the market dropped down. Obviously, my stop was right behind there, so it didn't get me into this stop order, and I didn't have a profit, take profit. So I wasn't watching at that moment. I wasn't watching. I placed trades. I walked away, and when I come back, it was all bad. Okay, it was looking really bad. I couldn't do anything. It just happened in like seconds, and so I decided I will leave it floating for now. So I'm like about 50 probably pips floating right now in minus, which is not critical. Okay, I'm kind of trying to hold it. So of course I'll try to walk around it, and why I'm not taking the loss just yet, because of course at this point I do have expectation that the pair probably will come back to this area at some point. Okay, because we are right now in kind of correction mode. Okay, so we had a drop, then it's correction, drop, and possibly we will have a bit of the correction inside our downtrend channel. So, or maybe it will be a little bit flat. So who knows? Okay, it looks also like a bit of the double bottom. So I see a bit of the possibility of continuing and coming back to this area, even though it might drop a little bit low. Of course, I will be taking some more trades around here, okay, and trying to hold my floating loss, and hopefully it will come back and I will come out with the profit. Okay, so that's why right now I'm keeping it, because it's still with the whole, it's not critical. Okay, because we are somewhere in the middle. It's not right on the bottom of something right now. Okay, so it's not like I went in here somewhere. That would be a bit more critical, or somewhere at the top. So right now, when you're in the middle, it works a bit better, because at some point it should come back. Okay, because always halfway it should come back. So it's a little bit risky to do it that way, but well, this is how I do this time. So what I'm going to do this week, waiting for, as I'm saying, I didn't notice any Canadian dollar news, so it will be more American news. So that's why hopefully a bit stronger American news. Okay, that's my hope, and that's why I hope it will continue the way up. Especially, see, we have a little bit of the shoulder here, and see the head. So that's what I'm saying. That could possibly, it might possibly go down first. Maybe we'll have a little bit of consolidation around here, and then it will continue the way. Okay, up, or maybe it will go even low. That's why I'm not removing these levels for now. Okay, I'm still kind of a little bit of the downtrend, even if it's like smaller. I mean, I could try to have a look if it could be a little bit higher like this. You see, but I'm not gonna do it right now, because that was more important, and I'm leaving it this way. Just I'm not gonna use this level as much, just to see it might come back inside it. Okay, so maybe it will ignore this, because remember I was using just one bottom in here when I was trying to draw it, and it was pretty close doing it, because it was pretty much with well, I had another one that's just disappeared right now right here. That's how I was just drawing it parallel. Okay, so to that one. So that's how we end up actually having this bottom. So you see, with the previous video, if you watched me doing it. Okay, so that's why I'm saying I'm going to use all of these levels again. So if it will have a bit of consolidation, as I already have a buy order, so I'm not going to buy at that point. So if it will, it's already have this really nice channel again. So if it will sit in here, okay, then I will be placing my sell orders down. Okay, and of course I already have a buy order, so I'm not going to touch this. So possibly if it will continue, we'll go back here, and then give me some consolidation around here, then I will be placing my orders again from that level. And if it will go down to this, again consolidation, and I'm placing the orders from that level. Okay, so that's how I'm going to work out with dollar Canadian this coming week. So next, euro pound. Had a few trades of euro pound, because we are still in the triangle or in a downtrend channel as expected. Okay, so let's go in a bigger picture, so you would see what I'm talking about, and you understand again about a little consolidation. So here we go. We were right here. I didn't place any orders here. Okay, so I waited for it to go up to this area or to that area, but expected. Remember, we were expecting it to go up and finish another top of the triangle. Okay, because we do have a very big picture of a possible triangle or a possible downtrend channel. Now you can see how these levels held. Look where it stopped exactly. First it was at the triangle top, right, and then it jumped up a little bit and was stopped by the top level. So that's how you see all the swings, and that's how you can protect yourself. You can collect small profits just like I did this time. You see, I waited for it to go here. It was a bit of consolidation. I'm not going to go on the smaller charts. You can see it all anyway. It was a bit of consolidation before like the new day opening. So I placed my orders for buy and sell because I thought if I'll buy, it probably will go to this area. Okay, so because it's also one of the tops, it could have continued all the way here. So that's why I protected myself at that area. I walked out with the profit, and then it's turned around. You see, I had nothing to lose. So I had a bit of the profit, and then it's turned around. And the next, well, let's go on a smaller chart so you can see a little bit these channels. You see, beautiful channel, okay? One beautiful channel right underneath, it's jumped up. Next beautiful channel, okay? Here I didn't place the buy order. I mean, even if I would place it, it probably wouldn't take me because I placed quite high from the level, okay, 20 something pips plus whatever, slightly. But because we already touched this area, I thought, well, maybe touch again. But look where was that one? That was lower, and this was like really, really high. That's why I decided I'm not going to risk it. It does look like it's another top. So I had a sell order here, and it went down, and I had another sell and went down all the way down to the bottom of the triangle. Okay, so it was stopped by this level again. It's broke it a little bit, but it's come back. I was expecting hopefully it will be consolidation around here, where I would have expected either continue the way down to the next level or going back and create another top. And see what happened. It didn't give me anything, but it went jump up, jump down, and then on Friday it went up. So I didn't place any orders around this area. Okay, so because that was the priority, that level. So now what I'm going to do, we still have the same levels. We do still have a possibility staying in the triangle or maybe even breaking it this time. You see, it's come back again. It's created another top and then another bottom. So maybe it will break it finally. Okay, but right now it's just nothing here. Okay, waiting for any consolidation again around this area. Maybe it will jump up a bit closer to this level. Okay, so depends how it will go. I could possibly draw a level. I mean, I'm not going to leave it right now because it doesn't give me anything. Okay, so we'll see how it will go. Maybe like if it will go like this, maybe it will jump a little bit high. So maybe I can draw this a little bit to see if it will have a bit of correlation together with that. Okay, so to protect, just in case it might not move far enough, or maybe it will be stopping a little bit lower. So I'm not going to use this for now. So you understand the idea. Any consolidation right now here, and it can be stopped again by this level, or can continue all the way because we're still in the one big channel, okay, straight channel on a bigger picture. So if it will come out from the triangle, this would be one of our top targets. And again, of course, if it will go down back to here, possibly this time it will break it. It's been trying to break this area so many times, but consolidations, okay? Waiting for channels. Waiting channels around this area, somewhere around here. Waiting. I wouldn't go again in the middle here if it will create something. I prefer, it's a little bit risky. I still prefer either this area or that area. Okay, so that's it. Of course, from here, if it will go down here, then any consolidation around here. Okay, so that's how I'm going to work with euro pound this week. Okay, and we're going to gold. Gold also gave me a very good trade this week, and a little bit crazy with gold. As I'm trying, you see, okay, we had a very good downtrend channel, so the gold did really respect this channel perfectly, okay? And this week on Monday, you see, we were consolidating just again as expected. I was waiting either give me anything here, okay, any maybe going down like this with that level, or like I was saying, maybe correction inside the channel. So where I got into the trade, when it get in here, right between these two areas, and that area was very important, and that channel, and that level, and that level, and also we had this one. So I placed my orders buy from this level and sell from that. I thought this is very narrow. I mean, it was crazy. I did expect, of course, to go way down because we're inside the channel. We broke a lot of levels, and we were here also watching all the week. Last week it was doing the same. Okay, so it's pretty much got into our designated area previously, but below it, so of course it was pointing out the way down, but I placed both orders because I thought maybe it will go up and there's enough space here also to make profit. So it went down very well. Okay, so I got not all the way, of course, I got a bit of the here when it was started to trying to go back. I thought maybe it will not continue all the way, so I come out around this area with the trading stop again, so not a big deal. Okay, so and afterwards I was waiting for any consolidation again. Okay, any consolidation, but except it's broke a little bit down and went up in inside the a little bit of inside the channel. Okay, so that's it. You see how it worked, and I'm going to look, of course, for possibilities, because look at this. Now I'm expecting something similar to that, and I have to be very careful in here because it's a very wide channel. It's extremely wide channel, and we did have, look at this, we have like wings and like drops like that, and it jumps and come back and jumps up again. So not giving much anything in here, right? Not very close to that level or very close to that level. Not giving good consolidations, let's say. Okay, so I expect it might be the same here. Nothing good. I do really hope maybe it will give like something like maybe a little bit of triangle in here, okay, or maybe it will still consolidate a little bit nicer than it was previously, because I see it's very risky to place orders from that level or from that level because of very wide distance. But this is a very crucial point because we've been here so many times and the market been breaking this level so many times. Look at that. It's broke it here, it's broke here, here, and it touched, right? Didn't break. Then we had a lot of consolidation here before it broke and previously. So once again, will it do exactly the same again and continue the way down again to our that level, or possibly here, or maybe it's even break completely and touch the bottom level of the channel, uptrend channel? You see, that is very, very hard. Who trades gold? It's really, really risky area right now, okay? Because it also can fully break and then jump back in. I mean, at this point, of course, at this point, it shows a great picture, a great pattern. We have like a shoulder. We had it before. Remember, shoulder, then we're expecting the head. But then I was telling you it could be three ways, right? 1, 2, and 3. Third way. So that's if it's not the head and shoulder, we're expecting anything, a double top. So now it's kind of moves roughly about the same. Okay, it's a top. Then I had a little bit of the top here, and now it's going down here. And will it create a shoulder and then drop? That would be just absolutely perfect. It would be too predictable. So if it's like that predictable, I'm always suspicious. Will it do what we all wait? Okay, what we all expect is going to do. So we do have a lot of American news this coming week. So then possibly, yeah, it can drop. But like I'm saying, okay, so what I'm going to do, like I told you, I feel it's very risky to place the orders from this level, so I would rather still to see, maybe I will miss it, I don't know, maybe, but I will wait for any consolidation again closer to one or another level. Okay, any consolidation would be good if it will give me a bit of maybe triangle, maybe it will break a little bit low, a little bit low, maybe it will get right into the corner, maybe it will not reach it, but something really narrow would be nice. Okay, so it would be nice, but something maybe like this. Because even if it will turn around, okay, if the narrower it is, the better to control. So it would go back up, you see, and touch this. So maybe it will give something like this again. Maybe it will not consolidate the correction, okay, inside. Maybe it will be a bit of correction, as I'm saying. I use it because, like I'm saying, if you place orders from this level, it could be dangerous. It could be stopped by this. You see again. So maybe it will do something similar. That would be also nice. Then, of course, bear in mind, if it will start doing, if it started a little bit, right, maybe it will do something like that, maybe like that, maybe something like this. That would be also good, okay? The narrower it will get to this area or to the bottom area, so you see, the better. Enough space to go up, and from this point, for example, right, it would be enough space to go back down to this, even like without breaking it just yet. So that's how I see gold. Anything good around here, this is what we see. Bear in mind all these levels. And again, if it will go back up, looking at that level, if it will go down, then of course there's something in the middle because it's quite wide areas, then we will be changing all those levels. But right now, we're looking and concentrating on that picture, okay? Anything, what's going to happen around here. So hopefully it's not going to make very sharp movements. Okay, so this is my view on the gold. And we're going to pound yen. Okay, so the bigger picture, finally pound yen come out from this very narrow area, and it dropped. You see where it is? It's touched again, so it is in kind of the uptrend channel. Okay, so like a little trendy channel. You see we were here, it's broke, but how would I go into the trades, for example, right? That's what we are looking at. What the entry points. So right here when it went, where we were here, right? When it was here, I was saying, for me, I would wait for any consolidation. Okay, for me, that would be very risky to jump into any trades. Okay, yes, it did look like it's going down, going back, but it could have turned around. So you can't say really, oh yeah, I was like really so clever and I just sold here. No way. Okay, there is no way. It could have turned around. So for me, it would be no trade. Yes, would have missed all the way down, but no trade because it didn't give anything. So nothing. Okay, so but here this is where we could have walked. That would be perfect. You see, I mean, okay, it's not, well, it's still about 100 something pips on all of these movements, about 100 something pips. I'm saying also pound yen makes really big moves. But this is what I could use. How I would use it when it started to consolidate here, I thought, well, this is your moment, okay? The bottom line here you are. This is where you could have placed the orders for sale using this bottom level, okay? So then it was consolidating, right? Okay, so this is what the bottom level and the top level. So the top level would be a little bit not as fantastic as the bottom, was too clear, but the top one could have been like maybe a little bit of triangle at the beginning, so it could have go into this trade, okay, or could have just used this level, okay, from the previous, when it started to consolidate around here and closer when we had all of this news happening, okay? So this is where you could go and using just this area, okay, that level, and of course the bottom level, just like I draw. So that's it. So you could have avoided, for example, going to this when it's first time broke because it has news events. When you're in one trade, you cancel the other trade, okay, when you're in a positive one trade. So you cancel the other pending order, let's say, okay, pending order. So this is what it could be. The next day, again, could have placed using this level again to place the buy order just in case, see maybe it will come back, and still keep this level, the bottom level, to place the sell order. And that's how I could have catch this movement. So it's a good movement. It's about 100 something, like I'm saying. This one is 160 pips, so well, at least 100 or clear 50 pips get out from this, and this is even more, so probably would be the same, like about 80. Well, if it would be from this level, then okay, it would be a little bit lower, maybe about 60-50 pips also, and you see it's turned around, so it wouldn't go for all the way I trade, so it would be a trailing stop. So two good trades could have been done, okay, so using this level, okay, and this consolidation. But here I wouldn't go, okay, good move, missed, but that's how it is, that's how I do it. So that's the consolidation. So that's all, guys, with all the pairs. If you really like the video, don't forget to subscribe, like it, and happy trading, everyone. See you next week. Bye.